Hello, we're back. We just had some coffee and cake in Dalgefli. It was alright. I had coffee and walnut, but a little bit on the dry side. Our next location. This is the road, and this is how close it is. Yep, there's a pathway there, so you can actually get through here. We've got a gate. This is the name of the place. I am not even going to try to pronounce that. No, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but that's where we are. There's two lakes by that name, or two Llyns. So we're through the gate, and always shut the gates. And this is where we are. This is your location. So this is as close to the road as you're probably going to get for a nice little location like this. Got a little boathouse, a modern one as it is. This looks like a modern boat, but there is something in the water. There's your little lake. And I know this has been shot before, but you've got a tree over there, and you've got a little old stone building, and you've got all these mountains around you. And I know at the top here, which I'll just run you to the top, just to show you what's here. As we do, let's take up the top. Here we go. We'll see how fit we are. I won't fall on my face. So we run to the top of this one. I don't expect people to run to the top of this. Ooh, there we go. And we got all of that mountains all around us. And I'm out of breath now. And we've got this little island in the middle. So yeah, again, a very, very accessible little place. Very easy, very close to the road. There's your parking. So yeah, that's this one. The nearest town is Rhyd Ddu, or Rhyd Ddu. I'll put the name up anyway, just to let you know. Now, I'm out of breath now running up this hill. Oh look, and there's some more boats there. So we've got plenty of interest on this one. I've been here twice, never yet got the camera out. First time I got chased off by the midges. They were the worst. Arnold keeps saying there is no midges, but there was. Not like the Scottish ones, but they were here. There was that many, I just could not bear to be here. And another time was really bad storms and stuff like that. So yeah, we shifted on. So yeah, I'm going to get my camera out. I'm going to set up over on the far bank, shooting this way, I think. And I'm going to do a really long exposure. Possibly 2 images. I'm going to focus on the boathouse, on the boats. I'm going to do a long exposure to get the water all perfectly smoothed out, and then I'm going to shoot another one just so I've got the boat still, so I can paint the boats back in and see if it works. So that's the plan. So I'm going to go back down to the van and get my camera out. Arnold's struggling a bit on his feet and his knee. So we're going to try and keep the walking to a minimum. We're going to go from here probably to the church in the sea. So that's a nice little place to relax. And we'll probably end up at South Stack this evening to see if there's any sunset at all. But we're just going to try and keep his mobility to the minimum and make the most of what we can.
Next year will be better?
Next year will be better, he said. I'll hold him to that. Definitely hold him to that. So right, I'm going to go and get the camera. And we'll see you in a moment. Right, I've stopped halfway along. You can see I've just come along about halfway. I've just checked that. Just stopped me while I'm just looking. That'll do me. Right, let's just knock that off a sec. Yeah, I just stopped. I did a normal shot, and then I've done a longer shot for about 25 seconds to smooth out the water. But now I'm going to go right over to the other side because Arnold's over here, and I was probably in his shot just then. So we're going to move along and set up and get something a little bit decent, and I'll show you the composition I've got set up. But I'll show you that image while I'm walking. It's quite a nice little shot. The wall's leading you in from the bottom left hand corner and the boathouse is on the right hand top thirds. So yeah, quite a nice simple little shot, very easy and literally a minute away from the car, so perfect if you can't walk too far. Here we are. Did I really just do that, stopping your shot? Yeah, I did. I stopped right in his shot. I knew he was shooting that way, but I thought I'd get that one done before I walk over. Ooh, I'm in trouble again. I'm looking a little bit dark at the moment. Right, it's gone a bit more overcast at the moment. Camera's been on, got this nice little composition. Just came up to where Arnold was. Arnold's just walked back to the van now. He's going to sit in his van and have a bit of a chill out and relax and take the weight off his feet, because his feet are quite poorly at the moment. Right, image wise, this is what we've been doing. See this little bridge? We've got this little bridge there. We've got this lovely little sort of leading line of the wall going down. We've got the boathouse and then these beautiful mountains in the background. It is overcast. It doesn't show on this camera very well. And I've got a few midges flying around me, but it is overcast. But the sky looks fantastic. I'm actually going to take a shot just to the sky like that at the moment, because that looks really, really good. I've done a long exposure, 25 to 30 seconds. It just smoothed all this water out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to actually paint the sky back in. I mentioned just now about painting the boats in. I'm not so sure I will. It depends when I look at the bigger picture on the screen whether I paint the boats back in. But I'm definitely going to paint the sky back in, because that last one I took, the sky looks fantastic. Really moody, grey and atmospheric. But I like the smoothness on the water, so I'm going to mix the two images together. Let me know again in the comments, as always. Let me know if you think it looks alright, or whether it should be blurred sky, blurred water, still sky, or does the mix and match make any difference? I know it's all personal preference. I'm going to have a little bit of a wander around that way. Like I said, they're chilling out in the van at the moment, but while I'm here, I'm just going to use my time fruitfully, I think the word is, and I'm just going to take a little jaunt that way. I'm going to get down there, have a little bit of look at this tree and the old ruin, and then I'll walk back to the van. So if I do find something down that way, I'll put you on, let you have a look, show you what we're doing, and yeah, we don't want you missing out on any of it, do we? But again, like I said, I keep repeating these, hopefully this video, as long as it might be, is all about lesser abled locations. You do not need to be a mountaineer, you do not need to be a fitness freak to do these locations. They are right on the roadside, very accessible, and pretty much anybody can do them. So yeah, hopefully this is the sort of thing you'd like to see. If you do want to see more of this, I will do more of this. You know me, I like to be honest and truthful about stuff, and this is about as honest as I can be, really, helping people out. So yeah, if you want to see more locations like this, I've had many comments lately about showing where I park and how easy it is to get from where I park to where we're going. So I promise I'll try and do more of that for you as I pull up where I go, show you the directions I walk, how far away we're walking. So I will try and involve that side of it a little bit more as well. So this is what the channel's about, this is what I'm about, this is what I like to do, and if I can help anybody, that's the way I like to help you. If you can give me things in the comments. I'm also going to do I'm going to do a free workshop, which means a teaching workshop. I will help you if you think I'm capable of doing that. I will help you set up your compositions, help you on these locations, how I would see and process my thoughts on an image. And yeah, I'm going to do a free workshop, but it's going to be for lesser abled people. I'm going to build a website. At the moment it'll be on Facebook, but I am going to do a free workshop, probably maximum of 6 people, somewhere in Snowdon, I'd like to say. We'll start here and then I'll maybe move to the Lake District, maybe the Peak District. But let's just do one here and just give a little bit of something back to you guys for your support of following me. Elderly people, again, if you're a little bit older and you're not too good on your feet, I'm rambling, you know what I mean. And yeah, leave me your comments, let me know all your thoughts and stuff like that. The other thing I just want to mention before I switch off, one more thing, calendar. I want to do a calendar for 2020. It's a brilliant idea. I've mentioned it at the beginning of the year on a video. I do want to do a calendar. It's going to be images from the month I take them from this year, so up to probably whenever I've got to get it processed, August, and then I'm going to take a couple from last year, but they will be from that month I vlogged. So yeah, I'm going to pick the images myself, and maybe Denise will help me. But what I would like to know is, would you be interested in a calendar? I just want to get an idea of how many people might be interested in a calendar from me. Now I know it's not something I've ever done before, it's going to be new. I can't show you anything to do with it at the moment because it's a totally brand new concept for me. So yeah, if you want a calendar for 2020 and you're interested, please let me know on Facebook or on the comments below, and it'll give me an idea. Maybe I'll get 50 and just do 50 for this first year and just see what happens. But please let me know if you're interested in a calendar, and I'll put something together and show you what it all is. Now, I've been talking for over 5 minutes, so I've got to shut up, and I'll see you in a minute. As you can see, I've now made it around the other side of the lake, and what a view, what a beautiful view. And with the water levels low, there's a little bit of a wall just down here. I've just taken 2 images at the moment, or I've done 2. I've just shot this. Look at that tree, that big oak tree by the looks of it, big dominant oak tree, and you've got a lovely wall that takes you all the way through. So I've got this lovely wall leading you around into that big oak tree and the mountains behind. So I've done that, and I've just flicked the camera around to this. It wasn't until I turned the image round and I looked at something like that. You've got that big expanse of water leading off into the mountains. Absolutely love that. What a fantastic little photograph. I've turned the polarizer so the polarizer's not eliminating the glare, because I want the glare, I want the contrast between the light and the dark side. I've taken 4 or 5 images. I've put one with the big stopper on, the 10 stop, so I've smoothed it right out of a shot of about, let's have a look, 20-25 seconds it was coming out at, so that should take the ripples out of the water a little bit. I've also taken a shot for the sky, a shot for the foreground, and a mid-tone shot, so about 4 or 5 different images with different exposure levels, just so I've got all the information to play with when I get back to post-processing it. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this slow pace for today. It's been quite nice, and I've got 5 minutes to myself, and I haven't brought my radio, so they could be shouting at me and I'm not going to hear them. So I'm just going to walk over there. That's as far as I'm going, over to that tree, just to have a look and see if I can see that that old building that's there, and try and get that sort of classic image looking back that way across the lake. If not, then I'm happy with these 2 anyway, and the one I took over there, so that'll do me for here. And yeah, if I don't get back to you with that shot, I'll see you on the next location. We've just moved round from that side of the lake, as you can see over there. I did walk round to the tree, which is now right over there. I'd done a panoramic, but I'd done a panoramic on a wide angle lens, and I really don't think that's a thing to do. But I won't know till I get home. I'm not sure you can stitch it together, because the tree, as you can see my hand moving across the screen, the tree just sort of blew out as I went across, so I don't know whether that'll stitch together at all, and if it does, it might be all over the place, but I'll try for you anyway. But I've come up to this little hill now. The car is just down, just down there. So I've just jogged back up to the top of this hill, or walked. Got the camera set up. I've taken 2 shots up here. One is from here. See if I can show you this. We've got this little bit of a rocky bit just sticking out the grass, and it takes you round to the island and the mountains in the background. So that's quite nice. That seemed to lead you in quite nicely. And I've just come over to this side and I've got this nice little rocky crag just there. Look at that, those lovely little rocks pointing you out to the mountains there. Of course, we've got the island over this side. It's got some nice little pink heathers on it, which is quite nice, so should be able to pop them out a little bit. And then there's this lovely mountain range in the background. We've got some nice patches of blue over there again now, so hopefully we might get a bit of a sunset later on. Time wise though, it's getting on a little bit. I've just been doing, by mistake, and this is by mistake, I've normally got the camera set on single shot, but I put it on a 5 bracket shot just so I've got all the different tones in this shot, because from the sky down to the foreground is quite a lot of difference. So I just done a 5 bracket shot to get all that in. Then I put the 10 stop filter in. Boom, back on. Battery again, number 2 battery for today. Yeah, I put the 10 stop filter on just to smooth the water out. But let's see. Again, I do not know until I get into post-processing. I've got an idea in my head how it should look, but let's just see if I can blend it all together. If not, you'll get a couple of straight images. But yeah, it's beautifully atmospheric. I'm going to make my way down there now, probably have a cup of tea in the van and make sure my hat don't blow away. Because there is a bit of wind, you can see, look, there is wind blowing around, which is good because now it's keeping the midges away. But yeah, lovely little shot, lovely looking mountains. Let me just show you quickly what they look like with some proper light on them. Where are we? Minus. There you go. Look at that. Don't they look great? Nice little mountains, some moody sky, and yeah, all in all, fantastic. I feel like I'm talking stupid today as well. But yeah, cracking little image. F8, island on the top thirds, rocks on the bottom thirds. Brilliant. We are at our next destination and the final one for tonight. You recognise this place? South Stack. We've come up to South Stack. We're going to do sunset at South Stack, and yeah, this is definitely an easy location. You can see the van behind me and you can follow the path down and there's South Stack. So you don't have to actually move far from the car. You can see it from the car park. If you want to walk further down, you can get over on the edge of the wall and walk down over the cliffs. But yeah, this is easy location, definitely wheelchair access, and yeah, some pretty good photographs to be had here. There's an awful lot of seabirds. If you've got some big lenses, some big glass, there's a lot of seabirds down there at the moment, but I haven't got anything that big to use. What we're here for is the sun. The sun's going to drop down somewhere over there. We're going to hope to get some nice light. There's a little bit of cloud. Oh, well, there was a little bit of cloud, it's now gone. So the evening's taking the cloud away from us, but we'll see what we get. We're going to get some nice orange glows, if nothing else. The light's just kissing the side of the hill down there now. I've been walking around with a camera in my hand. I've taken a lot of handheld shots. This light was just way over the top, far too much light. But I'm going to see if I can make anything of a few of the images. I'll pop a few of the images up just to show you what I've got from walking around here, shooting handheld. But I will put a little bit of an effort in just for this last shot. We're going down to Penmon Lighthouse for sunrise. So I'm going to make this a 2-parter, and I'll get back to you in a little while and check out after we've got some images. But at the moment I'm going to get myself a cup of coffee. We've had our tea up here. We've been up here for about 3 hours now, and we're literally just going to let the sun go down and enjoy the evening. Right, we've come down over on the cliff. As you can see, I've got a lovely little bit of light on my face. The sun's still got quite a way to go down yet, but I've set up for the composition I found earlier on. Got these lovely little wild flowers down in foreground. Some of them are little bright reds, I've got little whites, there's some little blue ones as well. It makes a really interesting foreground to put the lighthouse behind it. So I've set the image up, I'm waiting for the light to drop, I'm going to take a few more. I've put a 9-stop ND grad in as well, just to tone the sky down because the sky is really bright at the moment. And I've also got some people sit on the rocks right behind me listening to me, so they don't put on the spot or what. And I'll explain, I do YouTube, so this is what I'm doing. And so yeah, I'm feeling a little bit watched at the moment, but yeah, I'm looking down at the lighthouse. The light's not on, but as the light is turning inside the lighthouse, it's catching the light from the sun, and it's making it look, it's giving that appeal that it's actually on. So waiting for the moment, capturing the image as that turns and gives that little bit of reflection coming back at me. It's a nice little image. I think I might just move around just slightly because the sun's casting quite a deep shadow on the rocks. But yeah, it's a nice little image. I've already taken it. I'm going to move around a little bit more and then just wait for the sun to drop a little bit more. But it's turning out to be quite a nice evening after the wet start this morning. I think, yeah, Arnold's out. He's got out the van. He's got his camera out as well, but he's struggling on his feet like he was all day. But yeah, pretty good evening. Right, well I think that's about it. I think I'm going to call it here. I've gradually moved the, gradually opened up the lens, and I've moved wider and wider, taking a bit more sky as the sky's got a bit darker. The clouds have virtually completely disappeared now. We've got two little tiny stripes, which doesn't really make for much attraction in the sky. There's not going to be a lot of light on them. The sun's just going to drop away, so it's just going to be an orange spot disappearing on the horizon. Which is a bit of a shame because we were hoping for a little bit of higher cloud. There was plenty here earlier on, but it's just disappeared altogether now. I've taken a few images anyway, so I'll show you the images at the end of this. But I think we're going to call it. I'll give it another couple of minutes while they're making their way back up to the van, and we've got a bit of a drive, another half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to get down to the next location. So we'll get down there and get pitched up for the night. So I'm going to call it now. Thanks for watching. Please do all the normal stuff, like and subscribe, share and stuff like that. And I'll see you at about 4:30 in the morning. See you later. Bye.